Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Welcome back. Today we are on Nasdaq, US 100, US Cash 100, US Tech, whatever you want to call it. It's the same pair, guys. The only difference is your broker. So, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another week, a new week where I will show you how I actually analyze Nasdaq and how I set up my trades and how I set up my analysis and my chart. So let's dive right into it. So on the weekly, I look for structure and market type. So what market type means to me, it means what type of market I am in. So I would know like what I'm going to be looking for in terms of trades. As we can see, we are in a buyer's market. So what that means is we are looking at a market that is increasing its price, or the fluctuation of its price as time goes on. As you can see, this past few months, price has been in an uptrend and been increasing its price. So a slight pullback where the price has slightly found a opposing force, which caused a decrease in price. But it's all according to structure. As we can see, that price on the weekly is making higher highs and higher lows. That will be the structure on the weekly. And market type would be a buyer's market. So we are looking at buys, long-term buys. As we can see, we are making higher highs, higher lows. Price has pulled back into an area, and so this area is being used for support. As we can see, we do have a rejection as well showing there, and we can see price needs to make a higher high according to structure on the weekly. So that would be the weekly. And sometimes I do use the weekly to drop my zones, if I want a clearer level or clear understanding of what is actually happening on the chart. So we can actually start there. So when I draw up my areas, I look at areas where price has both used that same zone for support and resistance, in the past, and that makes the area valid to me. So I make use of my levels that are drawn using horizontal rays and horizontal rays, or horizontal lines and rectangles, just to give give it that look, just to make it look more presentable. As you can see, what I'll be doing is just using relevance of price. I'm not gonna draw up all the zones that I see, but I'll just draw the necessary zones which are according to relevance of price. And if you do want to draw additional zones, be my guest, you can do that as well, because you do actually have levels where price actually do retest an area, So this will be a daily box, but this will just be according to relevance of price. So I'll make this a different color. Let's make this red. So as we can see on the daily, we have an uptrend. We have an uptrending market. As we can see, this was the recent. I would say this was the last higher low that price made before it pulled back to this area to use this previous low for a area of support. So this pullback was an area of support that price used here, not once but twice as support. So I do see price moving away. As you can see, this was an area of support. It pushed the price all the way up here. So I do see price moving all the way back up there on the daily. So that's why I also entered. So if you want to go a bit further, you can go on the 4 hour and excuse me, I'm just coming down with a cold. You can go on the 4 hour, and you can also draw up a 4 hour box. If you want to, go all the way down to the 4 hour, and just make sure that you know actually how to use these levels, because as you can see, this area was used this level for support there, then broke this level and closed below it and pulled back into this area, and then retest this area for resistance and then fell again, and then price made an inverse head and shoulders over here, testing this area of support that was resistance in the past, but this was a major area of support. This was the higher low that price used as support, because it was an area of support. So price put back into this area, forming this inverse head and shoulders, and an inverse head and shoulders is a reversal candlestick pattern that indicates that price is about to reverse. So when price created this inverse head and shoulders, it changed the structure as well, the trend. So that the 4 hour structure was the recent lower high before price made a lower low, and then price broke this lower high and made a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. Then price pulled back into this area that was support again, so retesting this area of support, and price is pulling back up into this area, and this area is price is actually breaking above. So I enter this area because price will use this area of support once again so price can be pushed up here. But I do see on the weekly we have big buys coming in, and also on the daily we have big buys coming in, so that's why I also entered. So yeah, that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to say, but we start off on the weekly for structure and market type, and you can also draw up your weekly levels if you want. And then we pop down to the daily to look for trend, and to look for, we can also draw zones in this area, but I normally start off on the daily with my zones, just to be safe. You can use the weekly for market type and market structure, and then daily you can use your zones, and then on the 4 hour you can also have additional zones, and you can also use the 4 hour for entry reasons, and if you do know what you're doing, and you can even go on a lower time frame. So that's it for today. That's all I'm doing, guys. Nasdaq, there's buys coming in, guys, so just look for those buys. Look at market structure. As you can see, this was a double bottom as well right here, because price made a one bottom, came down, and excuse me, we tested this area of support. So it's important you guys actually pay attention. It's important you guys actually do pay attention to support and resistance, because that's how I actually trade, especially when it comes to trending markets, where price is going to be creating a certain structure according to trend, and then price will be breaking into new structure, either upwards or downwards, and then price will be retesting the same area for either support or resistance, depending if you're going up or down. So, but I do see price breaking out of consolidation and moving further up, but that's probably when the US market is going to open at 4 o'clock. That is PE South African time. So yeah, that's it. Peace.